guys, it's Lance, and we are talking to John Sipple, who is a nationally highlighted program coach. He coaches at Downers Grove North. He coaches boys, he coaches track and cross. He is a chemistry teacher, which I just now learned today. All right, so we're going to throw a few questions at you. Many people don't know your running story. How good were you in high school?
Not very good. I was okay. I ran for Carl Sandburg High School. Coach Pete Struck was my coach for majority of my time there. Kevin Curry was my coach too, and those two guys were pretty awesome coaches. But my best, I guess two things I guess that would put me in there is I never ran in the state meet for cross country or track. I was an alternate for the cross country team. I was like our 8 or 9 man. And then also for track, I was an alternate for the 4x8. And then I guess, to throw this out there, I didn't break 5 minutes in the mile until my senior year. And it was one of the last races ever. It was at Joliet West High School. And I ran 4:57.
That's fast.
I don't know why. I ended up running at Eastern Illinois because Coach John McNerney was nice enough to allow me to walk on the team and keep me around for a few years. So, and allow me to get better over the years. I didn't really get to be a better runner until, I got a lot better when I was in college. In high school, I was very average.
Okay. How does your team handle pressure just being expected to do well?
I think we don't talk about the pressure of performance much because it's not all about the outcome, right? I think that's something that's important to keep in mind is that there's so many different factors that go into the outcome. We try to focus in on the day-to-day and trying to be better people and trying to use the sport to learn about ourselves because the sport does push you into some difficulty, right? So we try to remove that pressure of performance and also try to just emphasize trying to be competitive, right? Competitive with ourselves, but also competitive with the other people we're racing, right? You're trying to beat those people. So it's worth going after and attacking them and, having fun with that race and going through those performances is another opportunity to learn about yourself too, right? Kind of bring it full circle. So, we love being competitive and we try to learn to be competitive too because I think that relieves some of the pressure of that performance as well. The expectation is what it is, and in the end, it kind of takes care of itself. If we're out there working as hard as we can and just trying to be better people from day to day,
Yeah. How does your team bond?
I think just spending time together in general is a great opportunity to bond. We do a lot of little goofy things at practice and play some games and do some competitions at practice and just do some silly games and water balloon fights and we go on a trip every summer. Unfortunately, we won't do this summer, but we go on a trip every summer up to University of Wisconsin Parkside. We take the whole team up there and we spend a lot of time together and we do a lot of different clinics up there, but as well as we're just trying to get to know each other better. And then the kids do an awesome job of getting together outside of practice. You spend so much time with each other running that it really helps. Those are your friends a lot of times too because you spend so much time with them. So, we do a lot of different things, but I think just really taking the time to spend with one another and get to know each other is the best way to bond, and that stuff can kind of happen organically. It's tough, I think, sometimes when it's contrived. I don't know if you've ever had to do this in class, like the first day of class, where the teacher asks you to, you know, turn to your mate, you know, like your chair partner or whatever, and then, you know, you play a little game, like name games, to get to know the other person. And that's all well and good, just to kind of get to know someone, like, superficially, but it's really contrived, and it feels, it doesn't feel authentic, you know? So just spending time together and doing different activities together, playing games that we do at practice, and running together. Because, you know, runners, when we're out running, usually what are we doing? We're talking.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, you're getting to know each other and hanging out there. That's the way to bond. I think it's just an awesome, it can happen just very organically like that.
Yeah.
We plan some other stuff too. Like, we have big brothers. You know, we try to set that up a little bit, and we're planning to do more of that now. Actually, with kind of the virtual stuff, with what we're going to be faced with here. But, you know, so kind of what you're doing, man, with this YouTube channel is pretty awesome.
Yeah. What was your favorite workout as a high schooler?
You know, I really liked it when we did quarters on the track. We did a lot of those. Coach Struck with our workouts he was meticulous, and he would record every workout, but he would also give us a goal time. So in cross country, one of my favorite workouts was doing 1,000-meter repeats. And we used to do them at the sports reserve. That was like you would go out 1,000, and then you turn around and come back on the loop for the other way. And coach had to like jog over to the other end of the path to get the time and stuff. But it was always just trying to get the way. I always just wanted to get a star on our workout. So he would set it up where you had a goal time, and you try to run faster than that goal time, and you had to run your fastest one was supposed to be your last one. And if you got under your goal time and your fastest one was the last one was the fastest, you get a star. And that's what I was going for. So 1,000s in cross country and quarters during track.
Oh boy, what happens if you didn't hit that time?
Oh, you just didn't get the star, you know, and it was like, you just were always trying to work for that star. I don't know what it was, man. He set it up so we were just like dying to get these stars at the end of the workout. And they were like stickers or nothing. It was just like him on the workout sheet, you know, in pencil, and then he'd Xerox and give it to us the next day. That was it, you know. You never wanted a DNF. You got a DNF, that was bad news.
Oh boy. I hear you're a big Bulls fan. What do you think about The Last Dance?
Oh man, I love it. Michael Jordan's the best. He's the greatest of all time. I mean, no one will ever outdo him. He just is. He is like a mystic. He's at that like mystic level, just incredible. What do you think, man? Like I mean, you're starting to experience it. You know.
Yeah. I feel that they're making Scotty sound like a bad person in the film.
Oh.
That's what I feel.
Well, they had that one game.
Yeah.
You know.
But they're not really showing the good things that he did, like where he held off of his surgery and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is a kind of a little more one-sided documentary, but I'm still enjoying it. All the footage and, you know, stuff you never get to see that I never got to see. It's just really cool to check out.
Yeah. What's your favorite running shoe?
I like the Pegasus a lot, so I'm back into the Pegasus. When I was a senior in high school, the Pegasus was my favorite shoe, and then I kind of went off, had a couple Asics here and there, a couple of the Saucony Kimbaras are a big favorite. I used to run in those a lot, and our team loved those, still does love those, but I had knee surgery. I need a little more cushion now, and plus I'm like, you know, I'm getting old, Lance. So I gotta have a little more cushion shoe, you know. So and right now I'm running these Pegasus Turbos, and they're pretty awesome.
Make
I
sure
can
you're,
make it
they'll
like
help,
step, you know?
yeah, they'll help your knees not collapse.
That's right.
So you're not a Brooks guy.
No, yeah, I would wear them from time to time, but not a ton. I like more of the Brooks clothing actually. I like their quarters at tops, and I like their clothing's pretty awesome.
Yeah. How does your expectations change as your kids get older?
Well, I think it's just kind of the expectations. We try to fit them to each kid as they kind of mature, get older, accomplish more. Just if we think about it, just as a very simple, like there's a couple different ways we can go down this road, but like if you run 5 minutes as a sophomore, and then all of a sudden, okay, well, we want to try to be a little bit better than that, so we're going to try and just improve a little bit more. Or as you get older, like we're looking for you to take on more of a leadership role on our team, right? And to interact and take care of the younger runners, the newer members of our team, and try to serve those folks. To help them go through, freshman year is a kind of a daunting year for a lot of kids. It's kind of intimidating and stuff, so we try to, have the older guys on the team, look out for them and, make sure that they feel welcomed and they're comfortable in school and all that sort of stuff. So, as you get older, you get a little bit more responsibility, a little more expectation in terms of your performance, but it's all tailored to that person though, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is going to grow at their own rate, mentally, physically, etc. So we try to match that up, those expectations with them and what they're capable of.
So are you leaning towards your older kids being a leader?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, the expectation is for them to pick up where the, other kids have graduated and stuff like that. Because that's the thing, you have to replace the leadership each and every year, and then older kids every year, so as the team kind of turns over, there's new roles to be filled,
Yeah. How does your mileage change for your kids as they get older?
Just in general, it goes up, right? Like, as you get older, stronger, more physically capable of handling, more training. And that goes on all sorts of ends. Whether, like a lot of kids, we won't let freshmen, do certain types of box jumps and whatever, like we try to tailor the workout and the training to have some progression. Because that also helps ensure that they're going to get better each year, along with their expectations, but it also has to match their level of desire and want to do the work, right? We try to do our best to motivate everyone the best we can, but at the same time, there's a lot of different motivations for being out for the team. Like some guys are there to run and be the best runner possible. Other people are out there because their friends are on. It's more of a social thing. But that doesn't remove the expectation of working hard at practice, right? But we want to match that level so everybody is doing what they can and getting the most out of what they're doing.
Would you say your school runs more miles because you're you go to nationals some years? Would you say you run more miles than other programs?
No, I think there are programs out there that run a lot more than us. I think that we have a huge array of what is happening at practice every day and what guys are running. Some of our freshmen will start off running maybe 20 miles a week or something, right? Where some of our older guys, maybe they're running in that 55 to 60 miles a week. And we keep track of that stuff, but the mileage and the stuff you run is not overall, like an overall determinant of your performance and what's going to happen there, right? Like, so, uh, you know, it is pretty much, some guys will do great running 40 miles a week and that's enough, right? You know, I would say though, we are on the higher side of things, from what I know about most programs, but, you know, there's a huge array. I mean, like, there's some high schools out there that are running a whole lot more than we are. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be better. It's how all that stuff is constructed and how the you know, what kind of quality we're doing, you know, and how we structure all that stuff together. But in general, as you get older, you're going to run a little bit more just because you're more physically able and, you know, you're more physically, you're more mature. But it all boils down to stress. What can you handle, right?
Yeah.
Stress, like the simple formula, you know, like stress plus rest, you know, equals adaptation, right? So, you know, like you gotta rest to get better, and you gotta stress, but you can't do too much of one or the other. You gotta, you know, hit the right level, hit the right balance there, so you're maximizing your adaptation.
Yep. Do you do post-race dash workout nutrition for your kids, like the ones that I showed?
Yeah, we talk about, I put it on the kids to bring their own nutrition and to, you know, everybody should have a water bottle. Everybody should have a watch, right? Like, you need to have shoes, watch, water bottle, and then also, you know, we also want to start the refueling process right away. So we want to be taking in, you know, a Clif Bar or, you know, some guys like, it just depends what they like to eat, what they can take in, kind of when we're doing our post-run activities, to start that recovery process right away, right? To get the carbs and the protein in as fast as we can, to get that going and just get rehydrated as well.
So your experience at Nationals, you got top 5. Just what was the feeling in that moment, just being able to hear your name in the top 5?
You know, I think it's just pretty awesome in terms of, you know, we were able to go through that experience and share that experience with those kids. It's something that, you know, they wanted to do, and we were just fortunate enough to kind of help show them the way. And they did all the work. They really are the ones that did all the heavy lifting, and to be able to go up from NXR, well, from the state meet, and going through those experiences with them, and like the way they represented our entire program and our whole team was just really awesome. And watching them do what they did at NXR and then again at the national meet, it's super proud of the team and how they represented our program. And boy, it was so cool to watch them just relish in the moment. They got to do like the runner space Snapchat during the weekend. I mean, they had so much fun. Just what a cool experience for them, and for us just to kind of share that with them was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
Who had the better reaction, the coaches or the runners?
I don't know. You know, they were so tired after that race because it's so hard and like muddy and crazy. And we were just so stoked. You know, they were just exhausted at the end. I think if they had some, like an ounce of energy left, I think they would have had a better reaction than us. But, you know, it was really fun. Yeah. Once they recovered, they were going crazy. It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
That is all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, you bet, Lance. Yeah, good luck with the YouTube channel, dude.
Thank you. See ya.
Yeah. See you later.
See ya.